Welcome to my class 12 Physics, chapter that is Ray Optics, and today we will discuss about reflection of light and the laws of reflection. What is the meaning of reflection of light? Generally, in the absence of light, we can't see any object because no light is there, total dark, so that we can't see any object. But in presence of light, we see the object. Object is visible to us. How? We take two examples. First one, suppose we take sun, and sun has its own light. That means sun produce or generate its own light. So that sun is known as luminous object or luminous body. Similarly, your star, your burning candle, all are known as the luminous body because they produce or generate their own light. So that we write here sun, that is luminous. Luminous body means own light. It has its own light. Clear? And sun emit light in a straight path because always light travel in a straight path. And here suppose sun emit light in this direction and the light after some time suppose falls or enters our eye. Suppose this one is your eye. Suppose this one is our eye. Then what happens? We see the sun. Sun is visible to us because your light directly emit from sun and reach our eye or falls on our eye. So that sun is visible to us. Similarly, another type of bodies are there, just like your moon or your pen or your blackboard or duster or anything inside your classroom, your table. Suppose moon is there. Moon does not produce any light or moon does not generate any light. So that your moon is a non-luminous body. Your pen is a non-luminous body. And in that case, what happens? In case of moon, suppose this one is your moon. Suppose this one is your moon. And sun is also suppose there. This is your sun. Then light emit from the sun towards the surface of the moon. Light emit from sun towards the surface of moon, and after that what happen? The surface of moon immediately return back the light. The surface of moon immediately return back the light in this direction. And suppose this one is your eye. If light falls on our eye, if light falls on our eye or if light enters on our eye, then we can see the moon. Here two things are there. One is ray of light emitted from the sun hit the surface of moon and immediately return back towards our eye. And two rays are there. First ray, that is emitted from the sun. Here sun is the source. Here this one is your sun. Sun is the main source. That means your light coming from the source towards the moon and hit the surface of moon, and this ray of light is known as the incident ray. This ray is known as the incident ray. Incident ray means ray coming from the source and hit the surface. That ray is known as the incident ray. and here another ray is there. This is the second ray. That means the ray of light immediately return back, or the ray of light bounce back into the same medium from which it is coming. And this ray, this return ray falls on our eye, and this ray is known as the reflected ray. Clear? One ray that is known as the incident ray, and another ray is known as the reflected ray. Then what is reflection of light? This is the situation. This is the reflection of light. That means light coming from the source and hits on the surface of the moon, again immediately return back towards our eye. That is known as the reflection of light. Now I write the definition of reflection of light. Reflection of light. Reflection light means when a ray of light falls on the surface of object or body, and the ray of light or the light ray bounces back or return back into the same medium from which it is coming. From which it is coming is known as reflection of light. Is known as reflection of light. Clear? That is the definition. Here when a ray of light falls on the surface of the object, here object means that is the non-luminous object. Here object means that is a non-luminous object. That means when a ray of light falls on the surface of a non-luminous object, then immediately the light ray return back or bounce back into the same medium from which it is coming. That is the reflection of light. And generally two types of reflections are there, depending on the surface of the object. Depending on the surface of the object, two types of reflections are there. These are regular reflection and irregular reflection. And irregular reflection also known as the diffused reflection. And what is the difference? What is the difference between regular reflection and irregular reflection? First one, that is regular reflection. First one, that is regular reflection. Regular reflection means when light reflected from a highly smooth surface, highly smooth and polished surface, just like your plane mirror, Plane mirror is the example of a highly smooth and polished surface. That means when ray of light reflected from a highly smooth and polished surface, we say that is the regular reflection. And here we draw the figure of a plane mirror. Suppose this one is a plane mirror. Plane mirror means upper surface is known as the reflecting surface and the lower surface coated with silver or silver coated. This is the lower surface, and suppose lower surface is silver coated and upper surface that is known as the reflecting surface. Suppose you draw incident rays. This one is the first incident ray, and the incident ray hit the surface at this point, and after that the ray is reflected in this direction. Clear? Similarly, we draw another incident ray. This is the second incident ray. Suppose second incident ray parallel to the first one. Then what happened? From this point, again the ray reflected in this direction. Similarly, we draw another incident ray, and the incident ray hits at this point, and after reflection, the ray return back in this direction. And look at the figure here. All the incident rays are parallel to each other, and after reflection, all the reflected rays are also parallel to each other. So that this type of reflection is known as the regular reflection. Clear? That means reflection from a highly smooth surface, just like your plane mirror, is known as the regular reflection. And second type of reflection, that is known as the irregular, or that is diffused reflection. We write that is diffused or irregular reflection. Irregular reflection means surface of the body is a rough surface, not smooth surface, not highly smooth surface. That is a rough surface. Rough surface means just like your wall of the classroom, your surface of the paper, your white paper, or surface of the paper of your notebook. These are the examples of the rough surface. And in case of rough surface, what happened? Here also reflection is there. But what happened? When you draw the rough surface, suppose this one is a rough surface. Clear? This is a rough surface, and you draw the incident rays. This is the first incident ray, moves towards the surface and hit the surface at this point. And after that, what happened? The ray return back in this direction. Similarly, we draw another incident ray parallel to the first one, and after reflection, the ray return back in this direction. Similarly, we draw another incident ray parallel to the first one and the second one, and after reflection, the ray return back in this direction. Similarly, we draw another incident ray just like this, and after reflection, the ray return back in this direction. Clear? And look at the figure. Here, these are the incident rays. And all the incident rays are parallel to each other. But reflected rays, this one is the reflected ray, this one also another reflected ray, this one also reflected ray, this one also reflected ray. Here reflected rays are not parallel to each other. That means here incident rays are parallel to each other, and after reflection, the reflected rays are not parallel to each other. Clear? They may be diverge or may be converge. And this type of reflection is known as the diffused or irregular reflection. Clear? Then what is the laws of reflection? What are the laws of reflection? Two laws of reflections are there. We write the heading, laws of reflection. Suppose we take a plane mirror. This one is your plane mirror, and your lower surface is a silver coated, and upper surface is the reflecting surface. and you draw a perpendicular or a normal, we draw a perpendicular or normal to the plane mirror. This one is the normal, and for normal we write this is ON, N for normal. Normal means that is the perpendicular, that means this angle is 90 degree, this angle is 90 degree, clear? An incident ray is there, this one is the incident ray, that means this one is the source, this one is the source, and from the source or source emit light towards the point O, and at point O the light hits the surface. So that this ray is known as the incident ray, and for incident ray we write that is IO, I for incident. And at point O what happened? The ray again reflect back, the ray reflect back into the same medium. Same medium means incident ray here situated in air medium, and reflected ray here also situated in the air medium, that means medium is the same, clear? And for reflected ray we write that is OR. This is the incident ray starting from the source and hits the surface, that is known as the incident ray, and from point O the ray bounces back into the same medium or return back into the same medium, that is known as the reflected ray. And here we write OI, that is the incident ray, you know that, incident ray, and here point O point, that is the point of incidence, that is the point of incidence, and second ray is there, that is OR, we write OR, that is the reflected ray, clear? And ON, that is the normal to the surface of the mirror, normal to the surface of mirror. And here this is the angle between the incident ray and the normal. This is the angle between the incident ray and the normal, and this angle we write I means angle of incidence, I means angle of incidence, that means angle between incident ray and normal is known as the angle of incidence. Similarly, another angle is there, this angle, this is the angle between reflected ray and normal, we write that is R, and angle R, that is the angle of reflection, clear? And if we measure the angle of incidence and angle of reflection with the help of a protractor, then both the angles remain same. That means, suppose if angle I is equal to 35 degree, then angle R is also 35 degree. Both the angles are same. So that we write first law of reflection. First law of reflection, that is angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection, and for angle of incidence we write the symbol I. For angle of reflection we write the symbol R. This is the first law of reflection. And another law is there, second law is there, that is, look at the figure. Here this one is a surface, this one is a plane surface, This one is a plane surface, and in this plane surface, incident ray is there, reflected ray is also there, and a normal is also there. That means incident ray, normal to the plane of the mirror, and reflected ray, all are situated in the same plane. Your plane means that is your smart board. Plane means your smart board, just like this. Suppose you draw two axes, just like this, we draw two axes. This is x-axis, this is y-axis, and this plane is known as the xy plane. This plane is known as the xy plane, suppose, and on this xy plane, incident ray is there, normal is there, and reflected ray is there. Clear? So that we write second law. Second law of the reflection, that is incident ray normal to the plane or surface, normal to the surface of the mirror and reflected ray all lie on same plane. Clear? This one is the first law and this one is the second law of reflection, just like this. Suppose we take three pens are there. Suppose this one is the first pen, suppose your incident ray, this is the second one, this one is the first is the incident ray, second one that is the normal, and third one your reflected ray, just like this. That means incident ray, normal and reflected ray all are situated in the same plane, and that plane is perpendicular to the plane of the mirror. This is the plane of the mirror and this is the plane, and on this plane incident ray, normal and reflected ray all are situated, and that is known as the second law of the reflection. Clear? And in case of reflection, what happened? Look at the figure. Here incident ray situated in the air medium, reflected ray that is also situated in the air medium, so that speed of the incident ray, that is u, and speed of the reflected ray we write that is also u. That means speed of incident ray and reflected ray both are remain constant, no change. Speed remain constant in case of reflection. Medium also remain constant because incident ray situated in air medium, reflected ray that is also in the air medium, so that medium is a constant, speed is a constant, and as medium is a constant, frequency also remain constant. That means in case of reflection, speed, frequency and medium all are remain constant, but intensity may not be constant, slightly different. Why? This one is the incident ray. Incident ray hit the surface at point O, and at point O what happened? Some light is observed by the surface of the body. If some light is observed by the surface of the body, then intensity of the incident ray not equal to intensity of the reflected ray, slightly different. Clear? That means intensity of incident ray and reflected ray slightly different. Why? Some light is observed at point O. O point is the point of incidence. And so that intensity not constant, but speed and medium and frequency remain constant in case of reflection. Clear? And this is all about your laws of reflection and reflection of light. And in the next class, we will discuss about properties of image formed by a plane mirror. And thank you.